What's going on, guys? If you saw the thumbnail, yes, this might sound interesting or fake, but hear me out. The government, as of yesterday, just widened the scope for who can apply and potentially qualify for the EIDL, the Emergency Injury Disaster Loan. So if you have, let's say, a side hustle, a gig on the side you do, something that generates passive income, a little business, and you have, an LLC, or you do it as a sole proprietorship, then this may kind of qualify for you. Of course, if you have an attorney or an accountant, consult with them to make sure everything makes sense and is right and of course is correct. But essentially, the government is offering grants which are non-refundable, meaning somewhat essentially free money up to $10,000 for your business. So if this sounds interesting, stay tuned. We will go into the details. Alright guys, real quick, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to the channel. I post videos every single day of me trading the stock market, and weekly videos about stuff like this, personal finance, side hustles, life, college, personal finance, anything related to financial independence and freedom. That's my topic. So if that interests you, hit the subscribe button because I do this all for you, and all I ask in return is for you to return that favor. Okay, with that said, let's hop into a quick article by CNBC by Kate Rogers, Monday, June 15th. So this is yesterday. The headline being, Federal Disaster Loan Program applications no longer limited to agricultural businesses. So what does this mean? Essentially, before Monday, June 15th, there was the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the EIDL, that granted loans to agricultural businesses. But because there was such a high demand, as demand was high and those businesses had not been EID eligible in the past, they actually changed it so that anyone with certain qualifications can apply. They kind of widened the net of who can apply and who could potentially qualify for a grant and a loan. So let's go check out the article here. The portal had been accepting applications only from agricultural businesses for the last month as demand was high. But to meet the unprecedented need, the SBA has made numerous improvements. Okay, they made improvements. And now if you take a look at it, we see, if you go to the actual website, this is where you could apply. I'll leave the link in the description, but this is what it says. This loan advance will provide up to $10,000 of economic relief to businesses that are currently experiencing temporary difficulties. So what does this mean? Well, what's a business and what have they widened to you? So if you run a side hustle, if you have a gig on the side, if you have a business on the side, if you have a sole proprietorship, if you form an LLC and you have less than 500 employees, this may apply to you and you may be able to get a free grant, essentially free money that you don't have to repay. Let's take a look at where it says that. So this is what it says, and this is SBA.gov. This is the U.S. government saying, in response to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, small business owners in all states and all territories are able to apply for an economic injury disaster loan advance of up to $10,000. This advance is designed to provide economic relief to businesses that are currently experiencing a temporary loss of revenue. So if that is something you are experiencing, maybe this applies to you. Now, note, this loan advance will not have to be repaid. So it's essentially free money. You get an advance. Now, what's the catch here? Well, if you want to get more than $10,000, that's when it will turn into a loan and you will have to repay it back at a tiny interest rate. Let's take a look at what it says. Recipients do not have to be approved for a loan in order to receive the advance, but the amount of the loan advance will be deducted from total loan eligibility. Meaning, if you just want the grant, you just want the free money, you can. But if you want more money and you want to get the loan, then you're going to get the difference of whatever you qualify for and whatever the amount of the grant you got. SBA will begin accepting new loans and advanced applications on June 15th. So that is yesterday. This just released and it's not that well known, which is why I'm making this video. But if you heard something about it, this is what people are referring to. It says applicants who have already submitted their applications will be processed on a first come, first served basis. Okay, and if you want to apply, you click apply here. It's a pretty simple process. I'll show you what it looks like. You click on it, it has a few questions. Applicant is a business with not more than 500 employees. This may be you. But if you're going to apply, read all of the requirements and all of the eligibilities. Make sure you meet all the qualifications and make sure you're doing everything with your own due diligence. But what's really cool is that, if you want a loan, you can apply for a loan interest rate loan. But yeah, so that's what's SBA is encouraging all agricultural business, whatever. Essentially, if this applies to you, this may be a way for you to get free money if you qualify. So take a look into it. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like so the YouTube algorithm can pick up on it and recommend it to others. Comment down below, your experience with this, and of course, hit the subscribe button, because for me, every subscription is another step in my journey to financial